The ego really is naturally resistant. The innate automatic response that we have to anything that is not fitting into our plans is go away. What are you doing here? Why are you bothering me? Why are you ruining my life, right? So the ego wants to be in control. The ego wants to understand. The ego wants to do away with pain, and certainly doesn't want to go to work. Ego really let me just again go on that vacation of mine, right? Drink, what does it say? Drink and be merry, for tomorrow, God forbid, you shall die, right? That's ego, completely ego. So the ego wants to be in control. The ego wants to make sense, and the ego wants to respond and fight back. The ego wants to believe it's right, and everything else is wrong. And that's what we're up against. As they say, you have to know your enemy. You have to know your enemy's tactics. How do you win a war? Get to know your enemy. No, he tends to move right. In the morning, he tends to go to the left. At night, know your enemy. Get to know yourself. Don't be surprised, right? And everyone's got one. You're no different than anybody else. For one person, it's anger. For the other person, it's jealousy. For the third person, it's some immorality. For the fourth person, it's lying and thievery. Welcome to being human. Welcome to serving Hashem. Welcome to existing between two paradoxical voices. But really, they're both here to bring us to one place. In fact, I'm going to say even something even more brazen, and I'm going to say that both of them have the same agenda, and that's the evil inclination. The animal soul doesn't want you to listen to him. He wants you to resist him. He wants you to show him the way that he too can serve Hashem. There's nothing that brings the animal soul and the deep core of it, the deep core of it, that's Elokut, in the pneumius of the animal. Who gave the animal life? Who gave the Yetzirah, the evil inclination, energy? What vital force is flowing through its veins? Elokut, godliness, same thing. It's just a detour. It's just a coaching buddy of ours. But at the end of the day, when we reveal the godliness inside the Yetzirah, inside the animal, that's exactly the reason why this whole process happened. It's because we want to show, right? We said the Baal Shem Tov Kadosh teaches us that the bad is just a chair, an elevation, opportunity to present good. So the whole idea is for the resistance, for the interaction, for the rubbing up against one another, right? For that to happen, and by doing that, something is shaved off, and you have a shining object in your hands, right? That's how you shine things. You have to rub and scrub and scrub and rub. We do dishes with the washing machine. What happens in the everything clean needs to be scrubbed, needs to be rubbed against something else. There has to be what we call chikuch. There has to be a rubbing up, abrasiveness. There has to be this right interaction between two sides. And that's where the light comes. That's the motto and the mindset of life. I have to always be rubbing up against my reality, rubbing up against a resistance for something more shinier and luminous to pop up. Otherwise, it just stays dull and collects dust and becomes covered.